I'm Janie Jarrett, and I'm an independent consultant with Norwex. And I'm also, you can find me on Facebook at Gravel Road Grandmas. And I'm here because I'm here with Hannah and Jack, aka Kip, my grandchildren. And we're going to do, for the first time in front of people, we're going to do the protein test, the raw chicken test to see if Norwex really works and really removes all the bacteria from the surface. So what I've got here is a Norwex EnviroCloth, and E for everything is what I always tell you guys, and you know that. And it says backlock on it here. It's essentially, it's the mother lode of microfibers. It's the best microfiber in the world because it's got microfiber that's 1/200th the circumference of a human hair versus the required 1/6 the width of a human hair. So not only is Norwex microfiber super microscopic, but it also is embedded with microsilver. So we've got silver in the cloth that is going to prevent the growth of bacteria once I've cleaned surfaces with it. So essentially, what I always tell my customers is that this cloth, I can't lay it here on the counter and have it just magically disinfect the surface. Instead, what I do is using the microfiber technology and the way it's woven, and there are so many tiny, tiny little pockets to pick up everything from the surface, I remove everything from the surface when I wipe with it. So there's nothing left behind, no chemicals, no bacteria, nothing dangerous. So the way we're going to prove this is this. I'm using an old EnviroCloth that's stained. I've used it for many, many demonstrations, and I also took it to school, and it was my go-to Enviro that I wiped desks with for a couple of years at Miami High School. So I wanted you to see that even when the microfiber gets old, which it's guaranteed for 2 years, and this is past the guarantee period, but it still keeps working, and it works amazingly. I've got some raw chicken right here, and I don't really want to touch it, so I've got it in this plastic. But I'm going to put the camera right here so you and Hannah and Kip can see that I'm going to wipe this surface with the chicken, getting chicken juice everywhere. And trust me, it's gross looking. And in the olden days, before Norwex, this would be the time when I was running for the Clorox wipes because I believe they really disinfected, when in fact they didn't disinfect anything because you have to leave the surface wet for 4 minutes before it disinfects anything. And those things dry so fast, I was never leaving my surface wet long enough. So the way we're going to do this test is I've got three, and I'm going to show you why in a little bit. I've got 3 swabs that come from a lab that they're from an independent lab that are used to test for protein on a surface. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to take the first one, and I'm going to show you what it looks like when there is protein on the surface. I'm going to wipe all over my wet chicken juice. Get it good and saturated. Oh, there's some over here. Yeah, we're not going to get it off because I can see it everywhere. But I'm going to wipe that surface. And I feel like my hand might have a little bit from touching that bag. And I'm going to put this in, and then Hannah is going to break this seal. And she's going to squeeze and make sure all the liquid goes down in with my with my swab. Kip's going to do one in a little bit. And I shake it around, and essentially you can see here that it tells me green is good. This kind of light starting to turn pink is, there's some bacteria on the surface. brighter pink means a lot of bacteria, and then purple becomes lots and lots of bacteria. This is already turning purple, and it won't be long and it'll be very purple. Okay, so I'm going to take my cloth, and I like to fold it into eighths like this, and I'm just going to wipe the surface everywhere that I put the chicken. And then, for good measure, I don't know that I have to, but I'm going to make sure I'm going to fold it inside, and I'm going to make sure it's all wiped down good, okay? Now, let's check in on our protein test, and you can see that it's really starting to turn purple, especially next to the green. You can see that. Okay, now we're going to take another protein tester, and Kip is going to wipe it all around there. Can you wipe it all around there? Make sure you get it all saturated in case we left anything behind, because we don't want to leave anything behind. Okay. And then Kip is going to break that seal, pull it back like that, and back like that, and then squeeze it to pump the stuff in. Okay. Okay, you can see that this instantly turned green, and now we can compare it, the green to the purple, but we're going to take this one step beyond, okay? We want to make sure that one of the questions people ask me is, does your microfiber cross-contaminate? Can I wipe my counter here and wipe up chicken or any bacteria and then go wipe some other surface and have it not cross-contaminate? And the answer is, we're going to see. So this is my microfiber, and remember I folded it twice. So I'm going to wipe some more, and I'm going to wipe on the other side. Make sure I get all the surfaces on here, okay? And then we're going to let it dry off a little bit. And we're going to check on the progress of these one more time. Are you guys going to fight? I'm going to make you do all the windows soon. So we've got green and purple awesome sauce. The bacteria is still there, and no bacteria is showing up after I used my Norwex microfiber. But I used a dirty EnviroCloth, okay? A dirty one. And we're going to see if that dirty EnviroCloth is still good to use. Even after I've wiped up chicken stuff, okay? So I'm going to put it back on, break the seal, squeeze it down in there. Okay. We've got test number 1, bacteria. Test number 2, cleaned with a fresh microfiber EnviroCloth. Test number 3, cleaned with the same EnviroCloth that I cleaned up chicken mess with. I didn't rinse it. I used the same cloth, and it removed the bacteria from the surface and did not cross-contaminate. Do you trust it? Do you trust me? I trust it. Thanks for listening, and I hope you enjoyed this first test with Hannah, Kip, and Grandma, even though Hannah and Kip were fighting, which I was not crazy about. So thanks for listening.